One of the most popular opinions in business that I believe is actually incorrect half of the time at least is the customer is always right. Because sometimes the customer is not right at all. And I'm going to explain this in a little bit. Now, there's two sides of the coin here that you need to be careful of. And you need to actually play to both sides of the coin. In one case, yes, the customer is always right. And I'm going to talk about when we were building Gerber Auto Collision in the US and what's called Boyd Auto Body in Canada, we had what we called our let's get taken policy. And I'll discuss that, where we believe the customer was more than always right. On the second side of the coin, we just believe that people have opinions, and opinions are like assholes. We've all got one. Sometimes those opinions are good to listen to, but sometimes the opinions are wrong or misguided or potentially are the tail wagging the dog. So let's talk about the first part where the customer is always right. At Boyd Auto Body, Terry Smith, who is the CEO and founder, kind of taught me a lesson that I think is really important. And it's what we called our let's get taken policy. Essentially, we were willing to get taken advantage of where the customer could even lie to us. So maybe they weren't right. They were actually coming in with an opinion or a complaint or frustration. We were actually willing to get lied to by a customer, take care of their need, take care of their frustration for them in such a way that they would leave with a positive energy, and we never got sucked into their negative energy or their negative environment. By doing that, by having that constant positive energy, we brought more of that positive energy to the business, and we realized that by sometimes giving in to where the customer was wrong and relying about it, pretending they were right, it was better for our business, better for the day-to-day, and better for the energy we were bringing into the business. On the flip side of the coin, sometimes the customer is absolutely wrong, but customers have an opinion. This is often played out in the software industry or in the SaaS business model, where customers have an opinion or a need or some way for you to change the product. And they keep coming to you and saying, well, if the product only did this, I would buy. The reality is often this is a chance for you to actually educate your sales team and help them handle the objections, because the more that you listen to the customers, the more that you keep adding to the product, the more complicated the product is for one person, but not necessarily valuable for your entire marketplace. So sometimes the customer might be right for just them, or they might be giving you an opinion that is valid for just them, but it's not necessarily what your entire marketplace is looking for. And sometimes the leader needs to say no more often than we say yes. That was actually a lesson that I learned from my founder and mentor at College Pro Painters, Greg Clark, who taught me that a leader's core job is to say no more often than we say yes. And sometimes that customer is not right. They merely have an opinion that can take you off course.